No. Hey, V3 Anime. Your boy is here. We making a quick stream today. We might be getting back to regular schedule streams this week. All right. And if, for those of you who do not know, we normally stream on Mondays and Thursdays. But that's usually at like 11:30 p.m. So bear with me on that because we might be getting back to regular streams this week, just tonight. Only reason I'm streaming right now is shout out to Road or America Draws. This is a stream for her because she asked the question, and I realized we never posted how we felt about Anime Expo this year, myself nor Eric. And also, we never really talked about if we liked it, we didn't, if we're going back. I didn't get into that. For you guys who do know, immediately after Anime Expo, I had a convention to go do. For those of you guys who don't know, I do conventions outside of YouTube. Like I am a vendor at a lot of cons. So I had to get right back into work mode. Because of that, your boy has just been working, working, working. I haven't been able to do any streams. And then I had some tech things we needed to fix. Got that stuff up and moving now. So we're trying to get back into being up here. Me and Eric both missed making content and putting videos up. Um, and we have had so much going on that literally we just couldn't get to it. So we back. We back in the grind. We here. We gonna start posting regularly again. We'll start getting back into things again. So I appreciate you guys who were here. Appreciate you guys who waited to hear our opinions on different things. With that being said, this video is super late, but we figured we get this opinion out and just let it ride. Okay, this ain't something that I anticipated doing, but hey, why not? We'll just go ahead and throw it out there and get it over with because we haven't talked about how we felt about this con yet. Um, let's break it down this way. Anime Expo was, I don't know. Let's see. How do I describe it? It was kind of like the Swordsmith Village arc. Like I've been out here killing Hashiras for a minute. I mean, killing moons and all kinds of stuff for a minute, and now you gonna tell your boy to come back to this con again and see if we gonna do it all over again. Had to update the equipment for the next con. So we went to Anime Expo this year and we wanted to see if the improvements that were made for 2024 carried on to 2025, which they did. It was it was not bad getting into the building. Honestly, when we lined up pretty much at the same location we did last time, um, where where did we line up last year? I don't know. One of the back lines is where we lined up at. And I was in a good spot. Eric was with me. We got into the building literally within the same time frame. It took us about 20 minutes once the line started moving, we were in the building in 10 to 20 minutes, like quick. Um, these are things I do have on video somewhere. Again, guys, after the con, we kind of just lost everything. But we got into the building relatively quick. Once we were in the building, that's where the crowds were. Of course, day one, big crowds is what happens on Anime Expo. But I will say that it was a good improvement. Um, the only complaint we have again with Anime Expo wasn't the spacing this year. The spacing was pretty good. And the fact that they took over LA Live actually really helped out. It gave a lot of people a lot more open space to just hang out in. Having the beer garden in LA Live was an excellent idea. It was a cool hangout for everybody, especially at nighttime. It was a dope place to just chill. And using the theater for big panels was cool. Now, the only flaw with using the theaters for big panels is having the hangout spot be right where the big panels go in and out of was a little rough. Okay. Just because of so many people walking in and out. That was a little rough. I will say that. I don't know if there's a way to fix that. Maybe you line everyone up on the back side of the building, possibly, or something like that. But I don't know how to really fix that. yet, but it was a little rough going in and out of there when there was a major panel happening. But other than that, the only issue I really had, again, the exhibit hall is dope. I like that they did bring in more vendors for the exhibit hall. But bro, these massive displays. I get you want to put on a whole show for your joint, and that's cool. But the massive display thing kind of messed up a lot of people, like Hulu, not even Hulu, Crunchyroll's display was so big and they sold so little merch at the display. Like, I don't mind the big displays, but if you're gonna have a big display, you better be selling a whole bunch of stuff. I don't want to just see like 8 to 10 things. You gotta have like 20 or 30 things if you have that big of a display. But a lot of these big displays might have 7 shirts. Like they got 8 figures or something. Like it was small for some of these big displays. Other big displays, I'll give them their credit. They had a ton of merch that they were moving and a ton of merch they were selling. So I think personally, I do wish they would make these big displays slightly smaller. I do like the theatrical thing of it all. That was cool. But I do feel like, hey, maybe bring this back just a little bit, bro. Like a couple more vendor tables. Like let me get some more t-shirts. Let me get some custom shoes, something. I don't know. Just something to fill that space in. The schedule wise though, schedule was great. I can't even argue. The schedule was really good. And the only complaint I had with the schedule was some of these panels were obviously a lot bigger than these people anticipated. Um, and that kind of threw a lot of things off because the summer Hikaru died. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I tried to go to that. The line for the summer Hikaru died was literally all the way upstairs to the platinum room, all the way down around the movie theater, and then looped down the street. I That was the biggest line I saw for the whole con. That was insanely packed with people. Um, so I think that should have probably been moved to the main theater or something. That was like really crazy. So certain things I think were maybe held in the incorrect room and just need to be moved to a different room. But overall, like what they did give us, I did enjoy. I was so happy they pulled back on the VTuber thing. I was happy they pulled back on the YouTuber panels and gave us more of the artists. They gave us more of the directors. They gave us more of the premieres. Like that's what I was happy they gave us. So I can't complain on the schedule like that. Just different rooms for different panels probably would work out a little bit better. But overall, the schedule was really good. It was dope meeting a bunch of people. Shout out to Arsenic, shout out to Chaz. I can't name everybody right now, but I do appreciate meeting all you guys while we were there. That was dope. And shout out to Chaz because me and Chaz both got jackets from Enrage because them joints was fire. So it was cool, man. It was all right. We had fun. The food there was good. I will say that, hey man, somebody got to fix the pricing in fucking what was that little area in front of Anime Expo called AX Crossing. Somebody got to fix the pricing. There, there was like a bucket of lemonade that was like $15 for lemonade, bro. Like y'all gotta some of this gotta be bring it down just a little bit. I ain't saying you gotta do all this stuff, but bring it down just a little bit. What up, Miracle Draws? Bring down the pricing just a little bit. That's all I'm saying. It was cool, but bring the pricing down. So that's the only complaint I had about AX Crossing was the pricing was a little much. Um, and they're okay. So I don't know if this was an Anime Expo thing. I don't know if this was an LA Live thing or if it was a City of LA thing. When I went to LA the first time for AX, Comic Cat food prices were so cheap. I bet they were. Yo, I know you had fun out there. That was cool. I would show you guys some clips that she did send some clips of Comic Control out there, but it's looks super crazy, and it was literally like Artist Alley times 1,000. So I bet the food prices out there were crazy cheap. But again, I don't know if this was a city thing, but the first Anime Expo I went to, there was a food truck parking lot like across the street. There was like 20 food trucks in that parking lot. And there's always been like a ton of food trucks just hanging out. But this year, there was like 3 or 4 here. You got to go like a mile to get another 3 or 4. And down the street, there's another 3 or 4. Like it was really spaced out. 5 to 10 meals with sides for $5 to $10. $5 to $10 when they got you a pair of chicken teriyaki sticks at Anime Expo. That's just real. But I do think that incorporating more of the local food trucks. I know we're trying to stay with the Asian theme, and that's dope. We need to do that too. Of course. I'm not saying don't do that inside of LA, but maybe outside of the convention center, just like, just let them line up down the side and just put out the regular food trucks too, because those prices inside AX Crossing compared to the pricing outside, except for this little lady who tried to hustle us on Jamaican food. Okay. Let me tell you guys a story about how we got hustled on Jamaican food out of nowhere. This lady, first of all, her food was good. Not complaining about her food. And she was nice. But she ain't put no prices on nothing. Okay. So we just getting the Jamaican food. Everything's good. Had gotten some the day before and it wasn't that bad. And all of a sudden there's like 3 of us getting Jamaican food. And we get the plates put together. And she goes, it'll be $125. It's like, I got to play the oxtails. She got to play the chicken, and she got to play the oxtails. You mean to tell me these oxtails is $40? Like that is like DoorDash don't even charge me that much for oxtails. If I get them delivered, like $40 a plate. Like she was dead set that it was $40 a plate. So it was a little awkward, because I'm like, hey, 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 you gonna have to take that back or something. Something got to change because $125 for 3 plates of food is like I might as well went to a restaurant from that point. Like we got to make some adjustments. We did make a little bit of an adjustment on price, but it was still really expensive. And again, nice lady. Would I go back to her booth? Hell no, I'm not paying that price again. I don't care what kind of Jamaican food you got. That's a little much. All right. Con ticket was $9, but AX would be even more crowded, to be honest. If it was like that. $9 is crazy. Right. The first last. None of the plates cost as much the day before. None of them. The day before, I went and got oxtails from the same lady and paid like $23 or $24. And the next day they was 40. Like she knew it was Saturday and she could hustle. So that's exactly what happened. It was Saturday. She's like, the demand is high. Let me get some of this money. And what was happening out there. But shout out to the food trucks in front of um JW Marriott and the Courtyard by Marriott. So that's where a lot of us will go get food from at the con is the food trucks in that area. They're reasonably priced. Not that lady, but everybody else is usually reasonably priced. And the food is pretty decent. So a lot of us got food from there. Don't get me wrong, did we DoorDash? Yeah, we DoorDashed a lot of stuff. You just got to. Now, it did help that we did place an order to get water into the room and a couple drinks and stuff. So it's lowered the price cost that way because we did order a couple of those things. Um, would we have saved more money if we had stayed at the courtyard? Yes. Do I regret not staying at the courtyard? I do now. And I'll tell you why I do now. Because if you guys saw my stream, you guys know I had the option to stay at either one. I got lucky. Unlike a lot of people, we ain't got to get back into how the chaos of the hotel went. But I got lucky and I was able to pick between the two. I actually clicked the courtyard, changed my mind, and went to the JW. Would I change that? Fuck yes. The reason I would change that is Anime Expo changed the way they do things. They had literal bodyguards blocking the normal way we all go to panels in the JW Marriott. The benefit of being in the JW Marriott was being able to go downstairs and then go into the lobby and up the escalator into the panel rooms. That was the benefit of being in the JW Marriott. I mean, walking into LA Live and stuff is cool, but the real benefit was being able to go downstairs and up into the panel rooms. You can go straight to the major panels, easy access, don't have to worry about it. You can kind of get downstairs when you want to. That was the benefit of staying at the JW Marriott. That benefit was taken away this year because now when you go downstairs, you were no longer allowed to go up the escalator. You are allowed to go down the escalator to exit a panel, but to go up the escalator, you couldn't do that. You had to actually go down around the outside of the building and back to the back side of the building to go line up with everyone else and come up the escalator on the backside where the convention, where the platinum ballroom and all these other things are. It's like right across from a parking lot. So you had to walk to that parking garage and then walk up the backside of the building. Not an issue, not saying it's a bad location. I understand why they did that, but it removed the perk of staying at the JW. One of the perks of staying at the JW was that quick access to the platinum ballroom. Because that's no longer there, now you just got a regular hotel room. Are you close to everything? Yes. But how close? You know what I mean? Like you go downstairs, you walk through the hotel, and then you're in LA Live. Or you go downstairs, you cross the street, and you're in LA Live. The courtyard now has better benefits because not only do you get a full size kitchen and a decent room, you also now have the benefit of the food trucks are right outside your hotel room. So you can go downstairs pretty much at any time of night and go get food. And LA Live, you just cross the street and you're in LA Live anyway. So the benefits of the courtyard now outweigh the JW because JW doesn't have a microwave. You get a little fridge and you get no extra perks now besides just being a part of LA Live. That's cool, but it kind of outweighs itself now at this point. So the courtyard, in my opinion, is definitely the better hotel to go stay at now between all of them. And I wouldn't be surprised if you saw more people shoot for the courtyard next year than shooting for the JW because of the fact that the JW did lose that ability. And no one told us that that part was gone until we got there. We found out literally when it was time to go to panels that you could not go up that escalator to get to panels anymore. And that's not me trying to be funny. It was like, why? No microwave in the rest area? Dang. Yeah, I think the only microwave they have is like near the kitchen row. Like it was way different. Like it wasn't hitting on nothing. It was like way out there. So that was the only downside to it. Excuse me for a second. I just got a work order. So I had to make sure I hit that button while we were streaming. Anyway, so it was cool though. So like the benefits of now staying at the courtyard outweigh staying at the JW. That's just the way it is. In all honesty, the perk of the JW has now become quick access to LA Live. And I guess because you can get into LA Live pretty quick, you can get into the beer garden area pretty quick. That's kind of only perk right now because hotel wise, you're not really gaining much. Are the JW rooms nice? Yeah, but well, your rooms are nicer and they're the same price. I mean, same price and it's a nicer room, and you're giving up what 50 feet, like just across. I mean, it's just a street cross, like 50 feet. That's the biggest difference. So hey, it is what it is. But you know, that's the way I feel about it. But overall, would we go back to Anime Expo again? Yeah. Yeah, we go back. It was dope. It was really good con. We saw a lot of cool premieres, met a lot of cool people. Again, shout out to you guys too. We did get to meet. Um, so it was dope. Like it just always is fun. And if you're an anime fan, this is the con to go to catch the newest updates, the biggest announcements, the biggest premieres. All that stuff happens at Anime Expo. Or if you're Ro and you're a comic cat, you can't argue with that either. But it's dope. You can't argue with the ability to go check these things out. So, personally speaking, yes, we can't wait for next year. I know you guys noticed I haven't posted any content about it, but we getting back into that this week. So, we're going to get back into posting, back into streaming. We're going to get you guys getting prepped for next year, of course. But we doing things a little different this year, all right? You feel me? At Comic Cat, there were restaurants and 7-Elevens in the con. In the con? Not not overpriced and super organized lines. Would be nice if LA Convention could add that in with new construction. Yes, because a lot of bigger convention centers have like especially in the exhibit area, they have like a little Pizza Hut or a little coffee place. Now they are expensive, but they have these places in the convention center. So it'd be dope if LA could have had that. Um, yeah, that's crazy. Um, but yeah, we're gonna do things a lot different this year. Okay, first of all, your boy is on a new health journey. He gave up sodas. Got to get back in the gym regular. I was talking to First Last about this last night. Got to get back into these streets of lifting and running and walking, all that good stuff. So we got some pounds to drop before AX. I'll let you guys know how many next stream because we're gonna go on this journey together and we're gonna work out together. And then we're doing something new this year. Okay, Ro would appreciate this, and I hope she comes by. We're going to be learning Japanese on the fucking channel. Okay, we're gonna be doing this shit together. All right, so right now we're gonna start with our normal Monday and Thursday streams, okay? And Thursday we'll probably start learning some Japanese. But we are gonna have one or two streams every week. Hopefully we'll get up to the point that we'll be doing about 3 to 4 streams a week, and we'll be learning Japanese before the next time. Okay, all of us together on this channel. Bitch, I'm gonna learn Japanese and y'all gonna learn it with me. Okay, that's how we doing this. Okay, we gonna learn it. I just signed up for the Duolingo shit. So we're going to do a whole new Duolingo account together so you guys know how to sign up for it. But we're all going to be learning Japanese on the channel together. That is right. The black dude is going to learn Japanese, so feel free to correct me when I mispronounce some shit or when we get the answers wrong. But we're going to be learning Japanese together on this bitch. All right. Before next AX, we going to be as close to fluent in Japan as possible. Came in handy in Japan. That's what we talking about, bro, because you know we got to take a trip to Japan. So we want to make sure we know some of this language as much as possible. But that's cool. And Eric is going to get back into posting here soon. He misses posting cosplay stuff. So what we're going to try to do this year is the channel is also going to focus on way more convention things like convention prep, cosplay stuff. We're going to talk about other cons other than Anime Expo, of course, so you guys know where else to check out. So it's going to require your boy to do a bit of research. Um, the next big con that I can think of personally is Holiday Matsuri. So we're going to start doing some shit about Holiday Matsuri too. If you guys are wondering when Anime Expo will announce anything for us, it will not be until damn near December. Um, I would be encouraged. I would be super happy if they would bring back their Black Friday stuff, but I doubt it because Anime Expo Chibi is still taking place. So because Chibi is still taking place, I doubt anything is going to happen. I'm actually surprised personally that Anime Expo Chibi is happening, but I'm pretty sure it still is. I didn't think Chibi was going to happen again, but it seems to be. What is Chibi dates? Chibi is in 46 days, which puts it, yeah, it's right in November. So, yeah, November 7th through 9th. So, Chibi is still happening. Again, just like last year, don't expect any regular Anime Expo news until after Anime Expo Chibi. If you guys want me to do some Anime Expo Chibi content, I'll do it. But again, Chibi doesn't seem to be, it's not Anime Expo. Chibi is not Anime Expo. But it does look like they're trying to add more guests and more content for Chibi to get people to come now. So it looks like they have a decent list at Chibi. So we can go over the Anime Expo Chibi list next stream if you guys want, just so you guys know what's happening at Anime Expo Chibi. But it seems to be these are probably more people who are local to Cali than people who are, coming in for the con. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. I got to get back to actually doing some work stuff, but I appreciate you guys. Oh, and Chibi has big drama among the weaves already. What is wrong with Chibi? Why does Chibi have drama? What happened? Get the kanji app. It's even more helpful. Studying kanji. Yeah, studying kanji is a must need. That combos at the con and everything. Chibi is growing. I don't know why Chibi has drama with weaves. That's wild. Chibi has drama already. Yeah, you work it too. Yeah, we'll figure it out Thursday. Hey, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys popping in for the stream. Again, we're back to posting videos, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. It is short. We'll get back into posting longer videos here soon. I didn't expect to talk for this long, but I just wanted to tell you guys how we felt about Anime Expo, so it was out of the way, and we can start posting regular videos again. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. See you in the next video.